Welcome to Girls Will Yap podcast. We're your hosts, Harmony and Sage, talk about movies, pop culture, where everything is alleged, and literally anything else that'll cross our minds. We met by accident, we stayed on purpose, and now we yap for your entertainment. Let's yap, y'all.
Hey, Sage, how are you doing?
Doing great. But news-wise, it has been a busy, busy week.
Oh, there's been a lot going on. Catch us up, girl.
Oh, let's just jump into it, okay?
Yes.
We first had to start with the obituaries. Number one is Nicholas Brendan, age 54. He died March 20th. He was best known for his role on Buffy the Vampire Slayer, which I know you're a fan of. So rest in peace, Hugs Corner.
Yes, Hugs Corner for them, absolutely. Because that is a young age. That's still a lot of life left to live. So,
True. Well, Chuck Norris was 86 when he died March 20th, and to be honest with you, I thought that man was immortal.
honestly, I thought he'd probably live to like 200 years old.
Yeah. I don't know if you know this or not, but he operated a Houston-based youth organization called Kickstart Kids.
I did not know that.
He used martial arts to help the children build character. So, rest in peace to him and,
Yeah,
much love and respect for the family. Hugs corner for
absolutely. A
them.
Hugs Corner for them.
And I might mess up this name, so sorry if I do. Radvinsky died. He was
Okay.
43 years old, so very, very young.
Very young.
He was the owner of OnlyFans.
Oh, I did see that. That's so sad.
He died of cancer March 23rd.
F
So sad.
cancer.
I know. I know. It's in the news more and more every day. We have to be
It
careful.
really is. Yes. And go to the hospital, get your checkup so you know what's going on because your body changes in ways and you have no idea.
That's right. Every year you got to
Yeah,
check that up.
absolutely.
Carrie Ann Fleming, age 51, died of cancer also
Jeez.
March 23rd. She starred in Supernatural. Did you ever see that?
I never saw that, but I remember seeing her name come across and I told my boyfriend because he was a big Supernatural fan.
Oh,
So
okay. Well, 51, again, very young.
very young. At this point in my life, anything under like 80 years old is young to me.
Yes, I would agree with that.
Yes.
So, a Warren County, Ohio mom, not far from us, of course, that is Rachel Tussey. She died after having a mommy makeover in Cincinnati. On March 5th, her husband decided to remove life support.
Her
Online, she was known as Midlife Unmuted.
That's so sad. Like you go to do something just to make yourself feel better and you don't wake up. Like that is devastating. I can't imagine how her husband and her kids feel.
You just don't think about these things. You think it's a
No,
everyday occurrence, but anytime you go under the knife, though, it's a little scary.
it's scary.
Yeah. So let's talk about TMZ.
Yes.
Out there doing the Lord's work. You won't believe what they're doing. I am so proud of them. You won't hear me say that much about TMZ now.
Yeah,
They're,
that's true.
they're a little shady sometimes, but right now they're doing great.
Okay.
So, TSA workers are being forced to work without pay because Congress cannot get their act together. And then Congress is going now on a 2-week spring break. Who gets a 2-week spring break? Not me.
Yeah, I'm like, are you guys 12 years old? What are you doing?
TMZ wants everyone who sees a congressperson in an airport to take a picture and send it to them because they're going to put them on blast.
Love that. Honestly, that makes me want to go to an airport
Yeah.
just to see if I see somebody in
Let's
Congress
just go hang
and
out.
blow their spot up.
If you see a white old man, take a picture.
He might be in Congress.
So we need to talk about Kelly Osbourne. I know we talked about her last week, not
Mhm.
doing very well. Well, this week, her and her fiance, Sid Wilson, have split. And I just feel so sorry for her.
That's a lot too, because you're still mourning your father passing away, and now you're mourning this relationship, and then also dealing with all of society talking about how you look. I hope she goes away to one of those retreats where she has access to no phone and she can just work on her mental health.
I agree. I definitely think she needs to get out of the spotlight. Not that
Mhm.
she's done anything wrong,
Right.
but she needs a break.
Yeah. I That's why I would never wanna be famous because I feel like you always have to be on. You always have to worry about what people think about you, worry about people bringing up tweets from something you said 30 years ago. The pressure, oh my god, I would be
Yeah.
sliding down a wall.
Oh, yeah, not for me, not one bit. Do you remember Zachary Ty Bryan from Home Improvement?
Yes, I do. He has been on and off in trouble for years, and I believe that he allegedly has, like, a drinking problem, doesn't he?
Oh, it's significant. So he was on probation for a DUI. And for some reason, I'm not sure, he was not allowed to be around his significant other and their children.
Oh.
So he was found with them in a truck, which was a violation of his parole. So now he's getting 19 months. But he had already started serving a 16-month DUI sentence. So it's 19 months plus 16 months. And I hope
Oof.
while he's in there, he gets help.
I hope so too, because obviously there's something going on with him. He needs rehab. And again, a lot of people turn to alcohol or drugs because of some traumatic event that happened in their life and they want to numb the pain. So whatever is going on with him, I hope he takes the time to heal and find a different way to cope
I do
with his
too.
issues.
He definitely needs to talk that out with somebody.
Yeah, that's too much. Like the fact that your drinking problem has now gotten in the way of you seeing your children, that should be rock bottom.
But you know what? Oftentimes that is not rock bottom for people.
Yeah.
Sometimes you're like, "What is your rock bottom?" Sometimes I don't know if they have one.
I wonder that too because I've watched a lot of intervention and I'm like, okay, all your family's not talking to you, your kids aren't talking to you. Like, what is it that'll make you finally get out of this hold that something has on you?
Bless those who work in addictions.
Amen. Because I'm sure they've seen and they've heard a lot. And especially if, maybe somebody's outside of their mind and they're violent, that's a scary thought too.
It is. It is. Mariah Carey. We love Mariah Carey.
Shout out to you.
She is 2026 Music Hall of Fame nominee.
It's about time. It should have happened years and years ago.
That was my reaction too.
Hmm.
So, rooting for Mariah Carey, she better win.
And she better, or we will riot.
So, let's talk about Beyonce.
Okay.
Okay. So, she has an Oscar party every year. It's like an after party.
Hmm.
So, you probably heard this. Justin Bieber and Usher got into an argument.
I
Now,
heard about that.
I'm a little upset with TMZ because they came to Usher's defense, but
Did they?
they did. Now, people in the comments were coming after him because
Okay, yeah.
we must remember who handed Justin Bieber over to P. Diddy on a silver platter.
Um,
And
yeah.
I will never forgive Usher for that.
Speaking of, did you hear about Usher's latest comments that he made?
No.
So Usher, he was doing an interview. I can't tell you who he was doing it with, but they asked him about P. Diddy, and he said, I have nothing bad to say about him. The experience he had with other people is not the experience that I had with.
Call him bullshit.
So yeah, rightfully so. They are dragging the shit out of Usher, as they should. And I don't know. In my personal opinion, I do believe that Diddy abused Usher. So I don't know if it's like Usher is like defending his abuser. I don't know what that is. But you saw the video of him beating Cassie. Like you saw that video. So how could you just act like he's a good guy and he's not?
Was this before or after the fight with Justin Bieber?
Just saw clips of this today on, like, Instagram, so I don't know when the interview actually happened.
Makes me wonder if that's all related.
It probably is. It
Yeah.
could be because I think you sent me the picture of them fighting. When I saw them, I was like, "I bet this has to do with whatever happened to Justin Bieber in his childhood at the hands of who Usher turned him over to."
Now, I just want to pose the question though. Does Usher feel guilty about turning Justin Bieber over to P. Diddy?
I I wonder that because if it happened to him, is it part of that cycle of abuse where people just go around and keep doing the same thing? Or does he have rose-colored glasses on and he's like, "Oh, nothing happened to Justin?" Like, I really wonder where his mindset is.
Maybe there's guilt subconsciously. I don't know. That is
Yeah.
something I would really like to learn though.
Yeah. Yeah. I wonder if he'll ever speak about it one day.
Well, I mean, he just did, and it didn't sound well. So,
Yeah, it wasn't good. Like, I wonder if he'll come to the right side of
right.
reasoning, you
Yeah.
know?
Well, let's talk about Sabrina Carpenter.
Okay.
She's a lovely lady.
She is. I
Mhm.
like her.
She's a little on the petite side.
Mhm.
So she had to take up for herself when some online troll, a man, of course,
Of course.
made fun of her size. He said, and this is a quote, can't even get into a mid-sized SUV without help, end quote. So her comeback was, yes, I can, question mark. And
Yeah.
that was enough. That was all she needed to say. But
Good for her.
I don't understand. Men are like, okay, we're too small, we're too big. I mean, what's up with this? We can't please anybody.
It is ridiculous to me the number of men who get online and complain about women. And I'm like, if you don't like women, just say you don't like women and go be with who you actually want to be with. Leave us alone.
We all feel that way. That they
Yes.
seriously do not want to be with women.
Yeah. Like, if you don't want to be with a woman, if you want to be alone, if you want to be with a man, go do that. But, like, leave women alone.
Exactly.
Hmm.
Khloe Kardashian, I have to take up for her. I mean, because normally I do not. I don't like the
Yeah.
Kardashians, but she has come out talking about her binge eating issues, which I didn't
Oh,
know she had.
me neither.
So she says she addressed the issue, went to therapy, and now she's advocating for mental health awareness.
Good. I will support her on that because we all need mental health.
Yeah.
Yes.
And eating disorders are really hard to get a control of. So you cannot overlook those.
Yeah. I'm proud of her for taking care of herself and speaking out about it.
Yeah.
Yeah.
A few weeks ago, we talked about Denise Richards being on OnlyFans and making bank. Do you
Yes.
Okay. So she's back in the news for getting a facelift. And, I thought she was pretty before.
She was.
She's very pretty now and fresh faced. So,
Okay, I'll have to look it up.
yeah. Yeah. I mean,
Did
it
she
looks good.
did she get, like, the Kris Jenner? Because Kris Jenner looks great.
Looks Do you really think so?
Chris for her being an older woman, because Kris Jenner's in her 70s.
Yes.
I think she looks good.
No, I do think she looks good, but I
Yeah.
think she looks, like no 70-year-old looks that way, a little too
She
good.
doesn't look her she doesn't look her age at all. It's giving death becomes her. Like,
This looks different. This looks like her, but fresh.
okay, I'm gonna have to look up a picture
Yes.
of her so I can see it.
Yeah.
Okay.
Okay, so I know we talk all the time about health, you gotta maintain it. The older
Mhm.
you get, the more you have to do to maintain your health. So,
Mm.
I saw an article about elder millennials and Gen X. We have a new health concern to face. So, this is specifically for the people born between 1970 and 1985. So, that misses you a little bit.
Okay, barely, but yeah.
People from this era are dying more often from colon cancer and cardiovascular disease than ever before. So, up until this time, health and longevity increased for each rising generation. But leave it to my generation to turn the tides on this. My generation is horrible about not eating right, not exercising. Drinking is such a problem.
My god. I was gonna say the thing about drinking at least is it looks like the alcohol companies are, having a hard time selling the products because drinking is going down. So that's a good sign at least, not for the people who work in that industry, but in general.
Going down from my generation. I know the young people, they're not drinking
Mhm.
anything like we do or like we did.
Right.
Um, but I think red meat also is a problem.
My nutritionist tells me all the time to, like, lessen my red meat intake. She's like,
You
"Get leaner meats." Yeah.
you have a nutritionist?
Yeah, I talk to her online I go through Faye, through my insurance. I talk to her every Monday at 6 p.m. Her name's Nikki. Shout out to you, Nikki. I love you.
How come I didn't know this? That is so awesome.
Yeah, I listen,
Okay.
if you I'll send you a link.
Please do, because I
Heck
always
yeah.
wanna learn more about nutrition. Like I said, the older you get, the more you have to pay attention to these things.
Yes, she's big on talking to me about protein and fiber and just with me so I'm getting surgery Monday, but she's been talking to me about, like, making sure my body's in good health leading up to that, and the thing she's like, "You're the first couple days, you're not gonna eat food, so I want you to get some premier proteins to drink and some bone broth so you're still getting nutrients in your body." So and she checks on me, she's amazing.
Okay, that sounds great. I was just telling my son the other day, he's gonna turn 14 soon, and I said, "There will come a time when you can no longer count french fries as a vegetable." Yep.
Yes, the day I found that out and the day fries started going straight to my hips, it really hurt me inside.
Yeah. Fried foods, yeah, I just don't do them very well anymore. Uh,
Yes.
I wanted to talk to you about Vice magazine. They released a list of top 10 stressed out states.
Okay. Oh Lord, is Kentucky on there?
Number 2, West Virginia
Of
is number
course.
4.
My Lord. What is going on with our states?
There's so much stuff. Oh my gosh. Well,
Embarrassing.
technically I'm in Ohio, barely.
Okay, well, you're doing better.
Sure, we're gonna go with that.
Yeah.
Okay, so there is a viral TikTok right now. This is crazy. I've been wanting to talk to you about this all week. So this takes place in San Antonio, Texas. You got to keep that in mind, okay?
Okay.
There's this white woman who looks like she's in her 60s. She was texting someone at a basketball game. This is a professional basketball game. The font on her phone was huge, and other people have said that it is as big as an Android will allow you to have. Okay.
Oh, wow.
Also, keep this in mind.
Okay.
So she was texting about Hispanics, about all the Hispanics around her cheering, and she couldn't understand how Hispanics could afford those tickets. So somebody in like 3 rows behind her took a picture of this because they could clearly see this.
Yeah.
And they posted it online, of course, on TikTok.
Mhm.
And Hispanics are clapping back. They're like, I'm sorry, I can't hear you. I'm on the front row. And then
Period.
somebody was like taking a selfie in the box seats, saying, oh, I'm up here in the box, or we have a suite. This is funny. Someone said, my English may be broken, but my bank account is not.
Hey, I love that. That's it.
So, lesson here is if you must be racist, which I don't advocate for, make sure you have
Yes.
a small font on your phone.
Exactly. You know what that reminds me of?
What?
The Super Bowl when Bad Bunny was performing, there was, like, girls who posted, "Oh, I'm watching the Kid Rock thing instead," and the comments were like, "You're in the nosebleeds, you needed to watch something else." Like, coming for them hard.
Oh my gosh. Oh, speaking of Kid Rock, he is coming to Ashland, Kentucky still. I know you're just dying to go.
Make sure I don't know, painting my walls that
Yeah.
day. I'm unavailable.
Okay, so speaking of our states, okay, this is crazy too. Afro Man, we
He's getting sued right now, and it's sending me something
no,
serious.
he won the lawsuit.
He won!
He won. So
I didn't know that!
I'll tell you the whole story because it's hilarious.
Okay, tell
Okay,
me.
so he used his footage from the Adams County, Ohio, busting in his door, literally busting in his door, and he used it for 2 videos: lemon pound cake and will you help me repair my door? I swear I've been watching these over and over, okay?
Okay.
Not watch these videos. It's not enough to listen to the music. You've gotta watch the videos.
Okay.
Right. So apparently the raid was illegal, and if you watch these videos, half the crap they did in this raid is not right. Okay.
Mm.
So Adams County, Ohio sued him for using the footage, saying it painted them in a very bad light, which it did. but
Yeah,
their
and
own
you guys did that on your own.
So the trial ended a few days ago, and Afro Man won. And oops. When outside the courthouse is speaking to the press, he said that when life gives you lemon, make lemon pound cake.
I love it. I feel like he's always been funny.
He showed up to court in a red, white, and blue suit. He must have had it custom made. I don't know. And so now on TikTok, people are going places like Aldi and
Mhm.
making TikToks with the lemon pound cakes they sell there.
I love that. Oh, good for you, Afro Man. Good for you.
Everybody's talking about this. I was at work the other day in, like, in a little public domain, and I heard these nursing assistants walking by talking about Afro Man, and I'm like, "Lemon pound cake."
As soon as we're done recording, I will be watching those videos because I need to see this.
I want to know your reaction, okay?
I got you, girl.
Okay, so on Facebook, okay, I recommend that you check out a music artist, and it's @Finding Kells, @Finding Kells. So that's
Okay.
KLS. I think you are gonna love her.
Ooh,
She is like Amy Winehouse. S
I'm sold already.
Are you? Okay, I thought you might
Yeah.
be. She sings what she calls dirty blues.
Ooh, okay.
Yeah, she's a little trashy. It's captivating, and I
Yes.
predict that she's gonna be famous very, very soon.
Good. Well, I will be looking her up because I love me some Amy Winehouse and I love some Dirty Blue, so I want to see it.
They're coming back. I mean, my
Yeah.
gosh. I do love me some dirty blues too.
Yes.
Okay, we got some dirty news we gotta talk about. Rebel
Yes.
Wilson.
Oh my gosh. I heard a little bit about a little bit.
Heartbroke. I'm heart
Yes.
because I think we both loved her.
Rebel was awesome. She's always been funny and quirky and me.
Well, her team spearheaded a smear campaign against Amanda Ghost, a movie producer. Her team was
Gee.
heard on audio stating that Amanda Ghost needed to be portrayed in public as a madam, comparing her to Heidi Fleiss. This is all because of a feud. And of course, Rebel denies any knowledge of the smear campaign, and she was not on the audio. I do have to point that out. S-
Okay.
Yeah. Um, I've got
Do you believe her?
do I believe her? Oh, no.
Yeah. I don't either.
That's gonna ruin her career, by the way. I think she's
It really is. Because why would you do that? If you have an issue with somebody, talk to them like a regular person. Why are we resorting to middle school games? Like, let's be for real.
you call it middle school games, I mean, it's almost mob-like.
Yeah. Yeah.
It's a little bit well, definitely Mean Girls meets mob.
Mhm. I agree.
So, we need to
Childish. It's
talk about
childish.
Joseph Duggar.
Oh god.
Yeah, Joseph Duggar. I know you're not really, one to follow the Duggars.
Mm-mm.
You've been following this at all?
Have heard a little bit about it, and I think he's disgusting. And I know that there's another one in the family who has also allegedly done the same type of things. Disgusting.
Well, not really allegedly. So, let me go back on this, okay? So, the one who got caught doing CSA, the feds busted in his car dealership, arrested him many years ago,
Okay.
and he is serving time down in Texas. Keep in mind the family is from Arkansas. His wife has stayed with him. I can't remember how many kids him and his wife have, but I mean, it's like it's up there. And they the wife is being taken care of by the Duggar clan. So she's a kept woman. But
Mm.
I know we can judge, and I judge. Trust me, I judge.
Oh,
She
I'm judging.
has very little education, and what little education she has is probably subpar. She's got bukus of kids, and she's been taught because she's grown up in a cult that women are to be taken care of.
Wow.
So I don't know, but anyway, let's go on to Joseph. He's one of the younger ones,
Yeah.
and he was arrested in Arkansas because there was a arrest warrant from Florida. So what happened was back in 2020, he and his family was at Miami Beach for a vacation. There was a
Mhm.
9-year-old girl, of course, she's not named, she's still a minor, she's 14 now, but she was 9 back then. He kept trying to get her to sit on his lap. Red flag right there, okay? Well,
Absolutely. Flag on the play.
he was 25. So, definitely a power difference here. So she ends up
Mhm.
sitting on his lap. And then he got like puts her next to him, covers them both up with a blanket, and he feels her thighs and then feels of her genitalia.
Christ. That is so sick.
Well, I've been following this like hours this week. So what has happened in this cult? Because there's a group of them, okay? So outside the family, there's this one girl who came to her mother, said, "I was touched," blah blah blah. So the mother went to the cops. Well, this spurred this one girl to come out,
Okay, good.
and her dad talked to this Joseph, and Joseph admitted it, and he went to the cops over it. I mean, thank
Okay,
God
good.
going to the cops in these situations, in these circles, is not normal. So this is being called a Fundy Me Too movement.
Wait, a fundy mean what's that mean?
Fundy means fundamentalist.
Oh, okay, okay.
Yes. Yeah. So he was arrested. Florida has yet to come and get him, but they have, I think, 28 days left to do that. But meanwhile, they went and searched the home of where he was living because that is standard procedure in Arkansas.
Yeah.
Okay, so in this home, what they found was 2 rooms. So there's 4 children and there's 2
Mm,
rooms, so 2 children per room. That's okay, that's legal in
yeah.
Arkansas. But on these rooms of these very small children were
Mhm.
locks on the outside of the door. That's
Mm-mm.
not okay. I mean, if
No.
you have a child who sleepwalks or whatever, but you need to get a doctor's intervention, you need a therapist, but that is not the case in this situation. So, Arkansas police, I don't think it's state, I think it's local, but they went and had another arrest warrant for Joseph, and they issued one for Kendra, his wife.
Makes sense to me.
4 counts of child endangerment and false imprisonment.
Yeah.
Now, I just want you to picture this having these 4 children, very small, and they throw up in the middle of the night and they can't come and get their mom, or they have a nightmare and they can't come and get their mom. There's a fire and they can't get out of their rooms. So many things could happen. And I'm going to tell you, as a mom, I don't care how young or old my kids are, I want them to have access to me at all times.
Every single time. That is terrifying to think that those kids could have been locked in their room. God knows what is happening to them. That's terrible. Like, how could you do that to your children?
It goes against all parenting instinct. But
Yeah.
well, let me go back and tell you why they do that. When the Duggars moved into what they call their big house, because they
Mhm.
had 19 kids, they have a boys' room and a girls' room. And just think of like a major dorm situation. So they have bunk
Yeah.
beds. And they would lock the girls in their rooms at night and the boys in their rooms at night from the outside. So the 2 should not meet. They were worried, which is weird to me. Why were they worried about that? You know?
It's giving Flowers in the Attic. I don't know if you've ever seen that, but that's
No.
what it's giving.
No, I have not, but this I'm interested now.
It's
So,
on Lifetime,
okay, this is what they grew up with.
and
Oh,
you repeat what you grew up with most times. You have to fight really hard to try to change and be a different person.
so there's more to this, okay? I found this out today. So Kendra, the mother of these children, has been having some autoimmune diseases, and
Mhm.
along with that, depression and just fatigue, and, hey, we all know somebody who's going through it. So,
Absolutely.
her husband, though, does not help her. The family, all that family,
Mhm.
nobody's helping her.
Trash.
So they're all, like, letting the house go to trash, and, this girl needed help. And I don't understand, again, as a mom, when my kids get married and have kids and all that, I'm gonna be proactive in making sure they're okay. And keep in mind too that they live just like minutes from the Duggar family. There's
Oh,
no
no excuse.
excuse for this. So
Not an excuse in the world.
CPS, well, now she's out on bail now, just wanna let you know that. But CPS came in, took those kids, and they are not with family right now.
Are they in the system then?
They are in the system. Now, I know, Harmony, we really feel for foster kids, but
Absolutely.
when you've got this cult mentality, when you raised your kids to do the same thing they're doing now, and you've got a political and TV presence and a lot of money, I
That's
think
true.
yes.
Ugh. Honestly, I'm praying for those kids because it sounds like they are dealing with a world of mess and they're going to need some therapy because who knows what they've seen or they've heard in that house.
Hope eventually this all stops because there was a book that came out just recently by Amy Duggar. Uh,
Mhm.
she's a cousin, but she did not grow up in that kind of religion. That's why they called her Crazy Amy. But she was saying in this book how it all started with the grandfather. She could not even play with Barbies and take off their clothes because the grandma was afraid they was going to excite the grandfather and her and him doing something to her. So, I mean, how oh gosh.
I feel like my head just spun around because,
Yeah.
what?
Yeah, she was not allowed to sleep over there by herself, so somebody would have to sleep in the bed with her, like her grandmother, could not change clothes over there. I mean, there was a long list of things she could not do because it might provoke sexually her grandfather.
That is disgusting on every freaking level. Like, is he still alive? Because if he's not, go ahead
No,
and lock him up.
he's not, but you know what? I hope he's getting what he deserves.
That part. I
Yeah.
agree with you.
So on to other really messed up things I'm gonna have you tell me about because I am kind of unknowledgeable about it. Taylor
Okay.
Frankie Paul.
Yes. So Miss Taylor Frankie Paul, she's on the show called Secret Lives of Mormon Wives, which I tell you, I did watch one season. Um, and I knew I was behind. I didn't realize I was 3 seasons behind, but neither here nor there. That first season, her and her baby daddy Dakota were together. They were already getting into it, domestic violence, all types of things, toxic cycle. They don't need to be together. But anywho, they have a kid, and in 2023, they got into an altercation, and Taylor picked up a chair and threw it at him. Like this video is all online, and her daughter is in the room and allegedly got hit with the chair as well.
How old is her daughter?
I don't know how old the daughter is, but she's
Young?
she's younger. Yeah,
Okay,
she's not like a teenager or anything. She's
okay.
young. So this happened in 2023, and Taylor is on probation for that. She took a plea deal and agreed to aggravated assault. So she's on probation until like August of this year. But the girl has since allegedly they're investigating another domestic violence incident, so her and Dakota need to stay the hell away from each other. It's not good for them. It's not good for their families, especially their children. Then Taylor was supposed to be the next bachelorette, which I never understood that because not that I've ever watched that show, but it just never seemed like the previous girls had this amount of chaos surrounding them. So now the bachelorette, since this video has come out, has canceled her season, so they're losing out on a shit ton of money there. But Taylor was not ready to do that show anyway. She slept with her baby daddy like the night before she went to film this show. But let's be honest, most of these people are not looking for love, they're looking for fame when they go on these types of shows anyway. So, The Secret Lives of Mormon Wives, the women on the show have decided to stop filming with Taylor because they're sick of her drama. And I don't blame them. Like, you're not going to continue to mess up my bag because you and your boyfriend are violent towards each other. Like, please get out of my face with that.
It's towards people in your family or anybody, it has to have consequences. But
It absolutely does.
but to do that in front of your children, I mean, that is a form of abuse to your child.
It is because it's like you're teaching them that, "Oh, when mommy and daddy are upset, we beat on each other." That's not okay.
No, because 'cause you're not teaching your children emotional regulation. If you want your child to have emotional regulation, you have to have it.
Absolutely, they learn from you, so if you and dad are fighting, how about we sit down and have a conversation like adults and figure out how we compromise or walk away from each other, but let's not be throwing chairs, like, oh, and allegedly, she also choked him out with his necklace, like,
Jeez.
girl, what are you doing?
I think The Bachelor was probably wise in pulling that plug.
I agree because nobody's gonna watch that now. But I also think it's wild how swiftly justice is coming for Taylor Frankie, but like congressmen and presidents are allowed to be in other files and just keep running the world. But that's the world we live in.
It is. It's sad, and I just hope she gets help. I hope that child gets help. That child will need help.
Absolutely. Like Taylor is another one that I recommend steps away from fame. She does not need it.
Tell me about your musical artist of the week.
My musical artist of the week is Maya. I just got tickets to the Pussycat Dolls reunion tour, and Maya and Little Kim are there, so I am beyond excited. Maya is a late 90s and early 2000s R&B girly. She was in that song, the Rugrats video, Take Me There. Love it, such a bop. I feel like she was everywhere when I was growing up, and then she kind of went away for a few years. But she's such a talented dancer. She studied jazz, ballet, and tap. So definitely check out her videos. Some of my favorite songs by her are My Love Is Like Whoa, Case of the X, Free, It's All About Me, Lock You Down. Honestly, I could talk about her forever. But she's gorgeous, and I'm so glad that she's making a comeback recently. I want to say in the last 2 years, she did a performance for BET and she killed it. So I'm giving Maya her flowers. Go support my girl and stream her music. Sage, who is your artist of the week?
I don't know if you know these people. Boys to Men.
Girl, of course I saw them in concert.
Yeah, are you serious?
Of course.
But guess what? They're in Cincinnati as we speak.
And you didn't go see them?
Well, no, you know what? I just spent like $2,000 getting my car fixed.
Yeah, that's
That
fair.
will do it for you, right? Yeah.
It will. Every single time.
So they are an R&B group from Philadelphia. They joined together in 1985. They became super popular around 1991. Some of their favorites, my favorite songs of theirs is I'll Make Love to You, Motown Philly, End of the Road, and One Sweet Day, a duet with Mariah Carey. They still tour and they're probably performing right now in Cincinnati.
I love One Sweet Day, and it was so special because they wrote it for one of their friends that passed away. Boys to Men, if you ever have the chance to see them, I recommend going to see them live. They did great.
Sweet Day is a great song that is to remember your loved ones, but yet it's so positive.
I agree.
You don't get that very often.
No, because I will play it just because it's a feel good song, and I'm not like sad while I listen to
No,
it.
I mean, I might be thinking about the ones who passed, but
Yeah.
it's sort of like, "Hey, I'm gonna see you again soon."
Yes,
Yeah,
absolutely. It's a hopeful type of
it
song.
is. And of course, Mariah,
Yes.
we have to give Mariah a shout out for that one. She does excellent, and I love the video for that too.
It's so
We
good.
must talk about the video for Motown Philly.
Oh my gosh, I haven't seen that video in forever now.
For those of y'all listening who did not live through the wonderful years of the early 90s, if you wanna know about the fashion of the 90s, go watch that video.
I love it. You know what other video I love of theirs? I think it's on Bended Knee, where all of them are, like, having relationship issues or whatever. I love that video. Love it down.
I need to rewatch
Mhm.
that.
Yes.
They are wonderful, though. They're still wonderful. Definitely want to go see them eventually. Yeah.
Absolutely.
Well, I think that's all we have. Bye, y'all. Thank you for joining us for another episode of Girls Will Yap podcast. We love having you here to talk pop culture, nostalgia, and to share our hot takes. Follow us on all the socials at Girls Will Yap so you don't miss the conversations. As always, let's yap, y'all.